welcome back. Welcome back to movement and meditation. I hope you're doing very well. So let's just take a deep breath in through an open mouth and exhale through the same open mouth, nice and wide open. Everything is soft. So today my feeling is to address anger through our movement and meditation class tonight. That may sound a little bit weird. It's like, am I going to have angry movements? But actually, we're going to try and do the opposite. Instead of aligning with our anger and being angry in the pose, we're just going to actually bring awareness to any anger that we may be holding on to in our bodies. Maybe from past experiences, maybe from something that's happened today. And to really use the class to actually just let it go. Because of course holding on to anger just causes more suffering, doesn't it? And we don't want that. We want to just return to flow and just let it all go and feel peace and calm again. So that's going to be the focus for today. Alright, so I'm going to move back to my mat. I'm just going to start sitting comfortably on our sitting bones with a nice elongated spine, space between each and every vertebra all the way down to the tailbone, with a nice soft tailbone. Drop the shoulders, holding your head high but without forcing anything at all, just nice and natural. I'm just going to close our eyes for a moment and just drop the belly and just really allow yourself to take your focus inward, dropping the mind into the body. Let it melt down into your body like a big raindrop that just goes, oozes down into your body. So we're bringing our focus now down into the body. And just use these moments to scan your body. Scan your emotional body. Are you feeling any irritation or anger, frustration maybe, towards something or someone, or towards yourself? Often the case is we feel anger towards ourselves. Either way, the importance is to let it go. So just scan the body. Anywhere that you may be feeling anger is actually going to cause tension in the body. So today's class is going to be helpful for you to just let that tension go. So we're going to keep a really alert focus within and into our bodies. Okay, elongating the spine now. Just going to roll the shoulders back. Drop the arms down by your sides and just roll the shoulders back, drawing nice big circles with your shoulders towards the back of the room, opening up the chest as you go. Nice big inhales, nice big exhales. Everything is soft. Sound out on the exhale if you like. It's really helpful to release tension, especially tonight as we are aiming to release anger, frustration. Alright, come back to stillness and just rotate the shoulders in the opposite direction. Paying attention now to opening up the upper back, your shoulder blades. So hunching a little bit as you bring the shoulders forward, opening up, hunching, opening the chest, hunching. Just let the head follow through naturally. Breathe and come back to stillness. Beautiful. Now we're going to actually just rotate the shoulders, not in unison, but just independently of each other. Just one way and the other way. Just warming up nicely. That's it, like pedaling a bicycle, as if you were pedaling your bicycle with your shoulders. Alright, and back to center. Alright, we're going to do a little rotation just to get that lovely spiral going. As we do, usually in the beginning of our class, we'll just start with a small rotation, gradually opening it up. Just allowing yourself to be fluid. Just letting that fluidity return to your body, return to anywhere that's feeling a little bit towards something or someone or yourself. Letting that go. Letting our true nature return, our true nature of stillness and peace. Coming back into center, coming back to the central point, and rotate in the opposite direction this time. Making the circle gradually bigger as you go. Isolating the upper half of the body from the lower half of the body. This is a really good way of actually massaging some of those organs, those internal organs. Getting fresh blood flowing into them, waking them up. Alright, beautiful. Just come back to center. Deep exhale. Drop the right ear to your right shoulder. Feel the opening on the side of the neck. And just while you're here, just tuck your hands like this. Just tuck your hands just in front of your sitting bones, underneath your thighs on your mat. Feel how that stretch can just deepen a little bit more. Come back tall, back to center, and go all the way over to the other side. Feel that lovely pull. Now that you've got your hands hooked underneath your thighs, there's a slightly deeper pull. Go in gently. Exhale into the stretch. Come back to center. Come back tall. We're going to do 2 more on either side. Softening, letting go. Are you holding on to any frustration or anger? Any irritation in the neck? Sometimes we do it, or in the jaw even, drop the jaw. Let the jaw fall open and to the side. Letting it surrender into gravity's hold. May not look very nice, but it feels kind of good. It's a letting go. 1 more on either side. Drop the jaw, open the neck. Really soft. Other side. And come back to center. And I just want to do something else actually, still with the neck. Just drop your right ear to your right shoulder again. And just allow a little bit of movement now. Just lean into it, swaying either side. And just lean forward, still with your hands underneath your thighs. Just leaning forward and leaning back. That's it. Come back up. Left ear to left shoulder again, and just again, I can feel some tension in my own upper back, so I'm going to use this. Letting go. Lean into the stretch. Explore the stretch. See if you can find that spot that really needs to just be. Let go. There it is. Whoa, beautiful. And come back to center. Lovely. I'm going to stay with the neck actually. I think that there's a lot of energy that gets stuck here. We're just going to raise our right hand. We're going to cup our left ear. And just gently, you can take your hands out from underneath your thighs. Now just drop the hand and the arm gently. And just gently, very gently, just let the weight of your arm pull your head down towards your right shoulder. That's a beautiful opening. And again, just move gently with it, whichever way you feel the urge to, or stay still if you want to stay still. And just ease the weight off before you move your neck. Just ease the weight off and slowly, still tall, nice and tall, come back to center. That's quite a deep stretch, so make sure that you go in and out very carefully with awareness. Same on the other side. Left hand's cupping the right ear. Just let the weight of the arm just take the head down towards the left shoulder. Beautiful. Just sway into it. Just really enjoy it. Okay, beautiful. And take the weight of the arm off first. And come back to center. Deep breath, exhale. Letting go, softening the body. Okay, we're just going to put our hands on our shoulders now. We're going to have our upper arms parallel to the mat. We're just going to circulate our elbows, as if we were drawing a circle with our elbows towards the back of the room. And alternately change the direction, coming forward. Beautiful. Warming up a little bit now, I hope. Good. And just drop the arms, let them float back down. Reach the arms out to placing them parallel to the mat. And just twist the body, opening up the shoulder sockets now. Really twist that shoulder in its socket, loosening it up. Your gaze is now down along your arm, over the palm of your hand. And then start to move slowly in the direction of your gaze, just side to side, swaying the upper body from side to side. Gaze, come back to center, gaze, come back to center, and let the arms float back down. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to come to standing now. I'm just going to stand at the top of our mats. I'm going to show you face on, but you're going to be standing at the top of your mat so that you have room to step back. Okay, I'm just going to turn my music down a tiny bit. Alright, so feet parallel, directly under the hips. Soften the tailbone, press the belly button to the spine. Arms are nice and loose, just drop the chin to the chest. And just roll the chin down to shoulder height. So I'm going to show you in the profile. Just roll your chin down to about shoulder height, and then slowly sway your head gently from side to side, opening up the upper back here. If you've got any tension in the upper back, which is also an area where we can store anger, let's just consciously, with our breath, let it go. So we inhale on the way up, exhale on the way down, swaying side to side with the head, just gently opening up the upper back. And just keep traveling down now, really paying attention to your back, which is also a classic place where we store anger. A lot of the time, lower back, in between the shoulder blades. Just keep traveling down bit by bit. So the arms are nice and loose, and you're just swaying from side to side, really consciously in your own way, loosening up your back muscles. Beautiful, until you come right down. I'm now going to walk to the front of my mat, so I've got space to step back. We're just going to drop the head down. Bend your knees. If you need to bend your knees, that's perfectly fine. A little bend in the knees is fine, as long as you're feeling the stretch down the back of the legs. That's what we're looking for. Let go. You can grab hold of your ankles, or you could just have your hands placed down in front of you. Just sway forward onto the front of your feet. Lean back into your heels. Forward and back. Just really opening up the muscles in the backs of the legs. And side to side now. And whilst you're down here, let's just cup our elbows with our hands and just move the upper body from side to side. You'll feel this beautiful stretch in the back leg as it travels from one leg to the other. Just see if you can go a little bit further each time. Gently knowing your limitations. Beautiful. Place your hands back down on the mat. Half lift, flat back, gaze forward. Come back down again and step the right leg back, step the left leg back. Your hands are directly under your shoulders. We're going to come into plank. And just place your knees onto the mat. Flatten the toes onto the mat. Chin to chest, chin to mat, sorry, and into baby cobra. Sleep, yeah. And pushing up gently into Mother Cobra. Feel that lovely squeeze in the lower back. Take advantage of it. You can come up and down into it slowly. Squeeze out the anger. And come back down onto the mat. We're going to do that again. That's really nice. Keeping your elbows close to your body, nice and neat and beautiful. Aligned. Come up into Mother Cobra. Squeeze out the anger in your lower back. And slowly lifting the hips. And we're going to curl our feet under. And lift your hips up even higher now. And come on to tiptoe. We're going to prepare for our first downward dog. And just keep your legs as straight as you can. If you've got a bent knees, that's fine for now. Just know when that moment comes where you can just ease into the stretch a bit more. And just for now, just enjoy just swinging your back, front and back, to and fro. And slowly walk the dog. Easing out, opening up the back of the legs, opening up the back of the thighs, softening. So whilst you're doing these movements, even if you feel like you're reaching your limits, notice if you're tensing up. Notice if it's like ooh, and your mindset as well. Notice if there's a belief system going on that says, oh, I can't do this, or I've reached my limits. Check in with whether this is real or not, or whether this is you limiting yourself. Because there may be a little place there that you can go to that's just a little bit beyond what you thought you could do. When you're ready, press the heels down into the mat, chin to chest, gaze through the legs, take a few breaths. This is a strong pose. Feel the strength in the arms and the back and the legs. Send the hips up to the ceiling, send the heels down into the mat. Beautiful. Slowly, like an ocean wave, come back into plank. Down onto the mat, into baby cobra. Your hands are directly under your shoulders. Shoulders are pressed away from the ears. Rising up into mother cobra. Inhale into downward dog. Walk your feet in if you find that you're too far apart. Sometimes it's easier to start with a narrower downward dog and then slowly but surely you open it up. Wherever feels right for you. Press your heels down. Open up the back of the legs. Letting go. Letting go. And bring your right foot to join your right hand into low lunge. Press the hips down into the mat. Press the left knee down onto the mat. Flatten the foot on the mat and just come up into a nice upright position. Put your hands on the back of your hips here and just push your body forward gently. Looking straight ahead, find a spot where you can just look at and fix your gaze on to hold your balance. Press your elbows inwards towards each other. Open the chest. Have I got any anger in my chest area? In my heart area? Perhaps we have. Has somebody let you down? Did somebody disappoint you? Did you disappoint yourself? Let it go. There's no reason for us to hold on to any of this. Softening out of the pose, hands back down on the mat. Lift the back leg off the mat and just strengthen it for a moment. Strengthen your back leg. Pressing the groin down into the mat. Good job. And join the right leg back to the left leg. Down into plank. Baby cobra. Mother cobra. Squeeze out the anger in the lower back. There it is. Beautiful. And lifting up into downward dog, your third downward dog of the evening. Letting go. Feel the stretch in the back of the legs. It's intense. This is a great opportunity to let go of anger that may have been held in your legs. Who knows? Maybe it's in your legs. Maybe it affects how you walk. Maybe it's brought heaviness to your legs. Use this downward dog to let it go. Exhale it out. Feel the stretch. Ah, beautiful. And bring your left foot to join your left hand. Press your hips down into the mat. Right knee onto the mat. Press the right foot down, flat onto the mat, and come upright. Hands behind you on the lower back. Press the elbows in towards each other. Open up the chest. Raise the chin a little bit. Press the hips forward. Let go of any anger. Use this as an opportunity to release what the body does not need. And return to flow. Beautiful. Ease off. Hands back down onto the mat. Lift the back leg again. Strengthen it for a moment. Feel your strength. Press the groin down into the mat. And left foot joins right foot into plank. Now, since we're feeling strong and we're dealing with anger, let's see if you can come down in one beautiful level piece onto the mat. Baby cobra. All the way up into mother cobra. And we're going to stay here. Just bring your knees in a little bit so that they are directly underneath your hips. Hands directly underneath your shoulders. Take a breath. And we're going to go to cat and cow. Here is another opportunity to let go of any uncomfortable feeling that you're holding on to, in particular tonight, anger. So, arch the hips. Raise the gaze to the ceiling. Opening up the chest. Opening up the front of the stomach area as well. There's a beautiful stretch all the way from your forehead down to your groin. Feel that beautiful opening. And pressing the belly button to the spine. Spine to ceiling. Push all the way up, as if somebody was pulling you up from the belly button with a string. All the way up to the ceiling. Push the hands and arms away from the mat. Chin to chest. Tuck the tailbone in. And counter stretch. Arch the hips. Raise the gaze. Press everything away from the mat. Let go. Press the belly button up to the spine. Spine to ceiling. And here's an opportunity to let go as well. There's a beautiful opening going on along the spine. There's your chance. Whenever anything is open, let it go. One more here. Focus on letting go of anger and frustration. Last one. And just come back slowly into flat back, tabletop. And just slowly rotate your hips anti-clockwise. So you're just rotating the hips above your knees, really. You're not going anywhere. It's just a really nice circular movement one way. And then rotate them the other way. Again, letting go, an opportunity to let go as we just really bring fresh energy to these parts of our bodies. And come back to neutral and just tuck your tailbone in, tuck it in, and slowly, keeping your hands where they are, just come to child's pose, sitting down onto your heels, keeping the tailbone nicely tucked in so that you're really enjoying a nice stretch down the lower back. Okay. Drop the head, drop the belly in child's pose. Enjoy this as a relaxation pose so everything can just sink into the mat. Including your anger, we can just let it go into the mat. Goodbye anger. Let it go. You can just bring your hands down to level with your head so that you really are nice and relaxed. Drop the belly, let it go. No one can see it tucked inside there. Ah. There we go. And just walk your fingers up towards the top of the mat like little crabs. Dig them into the mat. Press the head and the upper arm down into the mat. And feel this beautiful stretch all the way from the fingers down into your armpits. This is really good to stimulate the lymphatic system. You've got lymph nodes in your underarm. It is really good to boost the immune system. And release. We'll do that one more time. Walking the fingers up to the top of the mat. Press them in, dig the fingers into the mat. Press the upper arm down into the mat. Create the stretch. And slowly, very slowly let go. And release. Good job. And we're going to bring our hands down to level with our head, and we're just going to push ourselves up into sitting position, Japanese style. Alright. And I want us now to just walk forward. Come into plank. Make this your best plank yet. Beautiful straight body, everything is straight like a plank of wood, literally. And come down onto the mat. I'm just going to move myself down there so you can see. So, I'd like you to put your arms down by your side and just roll them underneath your body. You're tucking your arms underneath your body. And you're also taking them down as far as your thighs if possible. So everything's tucked in underneath your body. So your weight, your body weight, upper body weight, is actually pressing down onto your arms at this point in time. Okay, just feel that sort of compression of the arms as you've tucked them right under your torso, basically. So looking ahead, we're just going to very gently raise our legs and our upper body up off the mat. So the only thing that's on the mat are your hands and your arms. Send the legs away from the body. Point the toes. You've got strong legs. Lift the head up. Feel the strength of the pose. And on your way down, release any anger. Letting it go, yeah? We're going to do that again. See if you can just reach in a little bit deeper now. Yeah? Tuck the arms in a little bit more for a nice, even deeper pull. Make sure that you're comfortable, so if you're not comfortable, just ease out. Okay? Send the legs down and up, away from the body. Bring the chest up, gaze up, strong body. Really consciously send your legs away from your hips, opening up, creating space. Breathe. Ooh, and exhale, let go of anger, let go of frustration, let go of disappointment. And as you roll your arms out from underneath the weight of your body, let go even more. And just sink into the mat for a moment. Feel the benefits. Feel the blood rushing back into your arm. Really good for fresh new blood to come in. Lovely. Alright, good job. So we're just going to press ourselves back up. Mother Cobra. And we're going to come to standing. Just lift your feet up. You can do one last downward dog, why not? You should be a little bit more flexible now. Just, there we go. Really press your chest towards your legs, sending your heels down to the mat, raising your hips up to the ceiling, chin to chest, gaze through the legs. Good job. And if you like, you can gaze ahead and jump towards your hands, or you can walk towards them, whatever works for you. Drop the head down towards the legs. Feel that beautiful stretch. Hanging on to your heels now. Just pull the upper body up
tuck the belly button in towards the spine, creating a nice little curve here, hooking yourself on with your hands. Just press the belly button up towards the spine. This is a really nice way of opening up the muscles in the lower back. Again, a wonderful opportunity to let go of anger and frustration. So off we go. Just breathing into it. Press the belly button up towards the spine, pushing away from the floor, pulling on your arms and your hands. Whoa, there it is. And let go. Exhale on the release. Beautiful. And now we're just going to turn onto the sides of our mats, sideways on. I'm just going to walk our feet in and come into squatting position. Take a deep breath. Hands in prayer. Elbows on the inside of the knees and just press the knees away from themselves. There we go. Try and flatten your hands in between for maximum stretch. Upright back, so make sure you're not hunched here. You just want to bring the chest up, open the chest, open the heart. Beautiful, and slowly ease off. And we're going to just come now to sitting on the mat. We're going to roll down in our usual way. First of all, let's just hug our knees, nice and close. Squeeze your chest into your knees. And slowly, we're going to roll over our tailbone, reaching our hands out in front, nice strong arms, palms facing down, chin to chest. I want you to use your core now to ease yourself down onto the mat, vertebra by vertebra, with your feet still on the mat. And off we go. Chin to chest, strong core. Until your spine is flat on the mat. And just use this opportunity in this position to just let go again. Really just soften your energy consciously. Keep softening the energy. The opportunity for the energy to flow again lies in your hands, in your ability, which grows with practice, to just keep practicing, letting go, consciously softening. Alright, so we're just going to bring our knees to our chest. And just interlace your fingers, press the knees down into your chest. Elbows are nice and close to the body. Shoulders are traveling down into the mat. Chin to chest. Press the tailbone down into the mat, trying to flatten the spine. Beautiful. And ease off slowly. That's it. Now we're going to just send our legs up. Flex the feet. And already, just with this position, you're working your lower abdominal muscles here. We're going to work them a little bit more. You can gather a lot of anger actually in the abdominal area as well, especially women, pelvic region, abdominal area, we can gather a lot of anger. So use this, even though it's a strengthening exercise, on the release, on the return to neutral, use that as your exhale and use that as your release of anger. So we're just going to take our legs from side to side, keeping them nice and straight. Flexed foot. Inhale on the way out. Exhale the anger. Inhale. Exhale. There we go. Beautiful. And drop the knees gently now down. Just relax for a moment. And we're going to send one leg up this time. We're just going to raise our head and just slowly see if we can grab hold of the calf or the knee, wherever you're at, and just hold yourself there. You can point the toe here, flex the toe, point, flex, And come back down. Other leg. Reaching up for the calf. Point. Flex the upper leg. Point. Flex. Again, we're working the lower abdominal area. Point and flex. One more. Reach. And slowly coming back down. Squeeze the knees back into the chest again. And drop the feet onto the mat. Okay, so just stay here for a moment. And receive the benefits of what you've done so far. I want you now to just curl the hips up. Your knees are parallel to your hips. Everything is hip width apart. Imagine you've got a ball in between your knees and you're just going to peel your spine off the mat, lifting the hips up towards the ceiling until you can no longer see your knees. Feel now that you're having to put some strength into your thighs and your glutes. This is beautiful for trimming these parts of the body. And if you want a deeper stretch, you can interlace your fingers underneath your back, stack the shoulders, walk your feet in a little bit more and push up. And here, if you want, you can even come onto tiptoe. Yeah, up to you. Experiment, explore. Keep your knees pressing inwards. Notice the opening. Notice the opening of the abdominal area, of the pelvic region, of the chest, of the diaphragm. And use it. Use your imagination to just let that tension go from there. Let the fingers unlock. Unstack your shoulders so that your shoulders are flat on the mat before you start to curl down. And curl down now, keeping the tailbone high, keeping the hips up as you press the upper back and the spine down first, vertebra by vertebra, with the tailbone coming down last. Good job. Exhale, let it go. Beautiful. Just dropping the knees to the right hand side now, letting the body follow suit. Feel the opening down the side of the body, all the way down into the lower back and lumbar area. If you want a little bit more of a stretch here, just pop your foot onto your knee and feel the weight of it just gently pulling your leg down into the floor. Now you'll get a deeper opening. This could be an area where you carry a lot of anger, especially for women. So just really allow yourself to notice where you're still holding on. This is a classic area for you to bring attention to, noticing if you're holding on. Am I still holding on? Can I let go a little bit more? Ah, yes, there I can. Yeah, ah, there it is. Ah, let it go. Really soften, soften, soften. If you want a deeper stretch still, just ease the weight off slowly and place the whole of your leg as if you're just crossing your legs over the lower leg. There it is, as a deeper stretch even more. And if you've been able to let go in the previous position with just your foot over your knee, now you get a chance to let go even more. The opening is happening now. Close your eyes for this. Breathe in deep. Exhale deep. Exhale from where the stretch is happening. Breathe into where the stretch is and exhale from the stretch, really promoting that release. It's lovely. And slowly lifting the weight of the leg off your lower leg and roll the hips back to the mat. We're going to do the same on the other side. Just adjust yourself and drop the knees to the left. Feel there's an immediate opening in the lower back here. If you want, let's put our arms up above us so that we get a deeper, longer stretch. Popping the left foot on the right knee if you want a deeper stretch and let it go. This is where you really get to see Release that tension in the hips. The body gathers anger and frustration and disappointment unconsciously. We're barely aware of it until it starts to hurt, or until we start to feel those aches and those pains. This is your chance to let them go. If you want a deeper stretch, you want to let go a little bit more. You ready to let go a little bit more? Cross your legs, cross the left leg over your right leg, and let go a little bit more. There it is. Exhale. Exhale. Release. Bring consciousness to your hips, to your lower back. Can you let go a little bit more? Can you soften it? We're not pushing into the ground here. We're literally using the weight of our upper leg to help the stretch and the opening. Beautiful. Slowly ease the weight off, uncross the legs, and roll back to neutral. That's lovely. Okay. Bring the knees up to the chest. And just lift your body up so that you can grab your arms, your forearm, hook them over your knees, come back down to the mat, press the shoulders into the mat, chin to chest, gaze through the gap between your hands and your knees, press the tailbone down, flatten the spine as much as you can. Release. Ease off slowly. Let go. Beautiful. Okay. Now we're just going to send our left leg down, flat on the mat. Pop your right foot on top of your left knee. Left hand onto the outside of your right knee. Right hand stretched out. And just twist. Your gaze is towards your right hand. Twist your knee down onto the floor. Keeping your shoulder on the mat. There's a beautiful opening there. Exhale into the opening. Letting go. Beautiful. Keep letting go. Keep softening. In each and every one of these stretches and these poses, there's an opportunity to soften. So if you're struggling to hold the position and causing extra tension, then you're actually doing the opposite of what we're looking for. So just bear that in mind. Just notice what you're doing. Am I holding on anywhere? There we go. Let that go. Beautiful. Rolling the hips back onto the mat. Opposite side, send the right leg down. Left foot onto right knee. Right hand onto the outside of your left knee. Left hand stretched out to the side. And just twist, pressing the left knee down into the floor. You might even hear your back cracking or something. That's a good thing. Well, it should be. And look in the opposite direction to your knee. Beautiful double twist here. Breathe and let go. Soften the body. Try to keep the shoulders on the mat. Exhale, release. Scan, where are you still holding on? Letting go. Beautiful. And just roll gently back to neutral. Good job, well done. And I think you deserve a nice Shavasana, so we're just going to send our feet down to the bottom of the mat. Letting our arms roll open, palms facing up towards the ceiling. Exhale. Now this is a really good chance to simply soften the whole of your being. Melt like ice cream. Bring your awareness inside yourself. Notice your breath. keep softening, keep melting into the floor. Exhale. Bring your awareness into your belly. If there's any remnants of anger anywhere in the body, in the belly, just notice them with your awareness. Judge them not. Deep breath in. Exhale the anger on the out breath. And keep softening. Keep melting. Let the skin of your head sink back into the mat like melting ice cream. Let your eyeballs sink back into the sockets of your eyes. Soften your nostrils. Drop the jaw. Let the mouth stay open a little bit. Soften your throat. Soften your shoulders. Notice the rise and fall of your chest as you breathe in and out. As your heart rate starts to slow gently back to its normal rhythms. As your body begins to still. Just let the lungs sink back into the rib cage and the heart too. And let them have a moment of just total surrender. Dropping the organs back towards the spine. Relaxing the organs all the way down past the diaphragm into the pelvic region. Softening the organs in the pelvic region. Just letting it all sink back against your hip bones, against your pelvic bones. Softening the thighs, letting the knees spread open, dropping the sockets of the knees, dropping the knee joints. Rolling the calves out slowly. Everything is soft. Slowly wriggling your fingers and your toes. Just turn your head from one side to the other. Bring a little bit of awareness back into your body. Close the feet, arms over the head. Final stretch of the evening. Just send your toes away from your body, pointing your toes. Send your hands and arms away from your body. And just walk that. One side stretches and the other side stretches. Just gently. Reach, stretch, and release. Bring your knees up. Roll onto your side into fetus position. Nice chance to melt a little bit more here. So nice. And then slowly push yourself up into sitting position. I hope that you are feeling a little bit calmer. I hope that you feel you've released some anger during tonight's session. If you feel there's a little bit left, just stay nice and soft. Just stay open and soft. And as you notice it in your consciousness, just keep letting it go on a nice exhale. Open the arms up, gathering energy. Hands down into prayer, level with the heart. Bless you. Thank you for joining me again. See you next time. Rest well, drink lots of water. Good night.